But the real story occurred just a few yards off the field. Running back Jonathan Taylor met with owner Jim Irsay to discuss his future with the team. First day of pads, a new coach, a new quarterback, and the biggest story here at Colts camp is Jonathan Taylor still not practicing. However, the biggest problems for Indiana on both sides of the ball start right here beyond the arc. Wright State shot 42% from the three, better than they shot in the paint, and on the offense, Indiana only made 3 of its 16 three-point attempts. While this game, much like the rest of the Indiana season, was tough and heartbreaking, the team still has one more game left, and to this program, it's the most meaningful one yet. A project 3 years in the making, Tony Kanaan releasing his simulator here at the new Micro Center in Indianapolis, where people can actually have a chance to get in it and go for a ride. While self-inflicted wounds was the demise of the Hoosiers today, they now know that they can hang with the top-ranked team. They'll be taking that mentality into the next 4 weeks, as it's still their goal to make a bowl. This is the hockey tape of a young Trey Walker that he showed Indiana coaches that got him onto a D1 team. For football, that is.
First snaps of football were here at Indiana University.
Growing up a hockey player, Walker went from never playing football before to a walk-on at a Big Ten school and has since made his way up the roster.
I didn't know what I really wanted to do, and I started talking with my dad, and I kind of decided, I was like, hey, I might try and go for this here. Once I got down here for student orientation, met with coaches, did a walk-on tryout, obviously, and yeah, the rest is history.
But learning a new sport was not easy.
It was rough. I remember the first day, even some of the guys who are still around from my freshman year, I showed up to the team meeting wearing the wrong stuff because I didn't know what any of the equipment was, so I was wearing the wrong pants for practice.
And the pants were just the start of it.
We're not talking about, someone who's going from never playing football in his life to playing small college football. We're talking about somebody who now all of a sudden never played football in his life, and he's trying to play, against Big Ten players.
Even plays, everything was so foreign to me, just helping out on scout team the first couple of years, everyone was still having to explain the basic stuff to me. So I just kept telling myself, it doesn't really matter what happens, you're trying something new, you just got to keep going with it.
Although Walker did not see much playing time in his first 4 years at Indiana, he still opted to come back for a 5th year, and his efforts were rewarded during fall camp when he was finally placed on scholarship.
Yeah, that was a pretty big surprise. That was my ultimate goal coming here as a walk-on, to one day be on scholarship, and just to finally achieve that goal is just crazy.
I know a lot of people come as walk-ons with that dream, but only a few are able to realize it.
Walker has also been nominated for the Burlsworth Trophy, an award for college football's most outstanding player to begin his career as a walk-on.
I don't think they come, I don't think there's, nobody has any more character. They don't come any better than Trey. I don't know that there's many people that I've ever met that could have done what he's done in regards to where he started and where he's at right now.
The question of Walker coming back for another year is still up in the air, but one thing is for sure, he'll continue to set an example for walk-ons across the country.
Let's go, Blue Girls!
The sound and sights of Friday Night Lights, something Boone Grove High School thought they would never hear on their own grounds.
This has been a pipe dream for so long. It was something that originally the football program was told, hey, you're probably never going to have your own home field.
Every home game still meant getting on a bus and traveling to a borrowed field.
You might be playing a home football game, but when the end zones, like when we were at Valpo, said, Valpo Vikings on it, when everything is green and white, it's great that you have a field to play on, but it's not your own.
But a field they could call their own had always been something the players dreamed of.
It's been something I've wanted since I started freshman year, to be able to play on our own home field. So it's really important to me to be able to touch down on the field for the first time and all the Boone Grove histories.
Throughout my whole high school career, never really had a home field. So now I actually get to go out Friday Night Lights.
For most people, this probably just looks like a football field. To some of you, it might look like your new home. But for everyone, when this ball is kicked off for the first time, memories will be made that will last forever.
Having a home game is great, all of that. Yes, it makes my life easier, but my job as athletic director is to do what's right by our kids. The looks on the kids' faces that first time when they're going to get to go out and step foot on their field that says Boone, going to be something that I cherish forever.
I might tear up, honestly, because it's just going to be so much. Everyone's going to be screaming, home field. we're going to come out with the dub. So, I mean, I can't wait. Oh, it's exciting.
Exciting it was, and emotions there were when Boone Grove took the field for the first time. Boone Grove defeated Bishop Knoll 45-0 for their first win at home. Moving to the NFL, bring earplugs for the opening shot of Jeff Saturday on the Lucas Oil Jumbotron just before kickoff tomorrow afternoon. It's no slide at Frank Reich. Saturday is simply the story surrounding the game that, remember, involves an 8-1 team favored to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. To the NBA, and the Indiana Pacers had Thanksgiving off to recoup and regroup after a disappointing loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves on Wednesday. That loss snapped a 5-game win streak. But the blue and gold could start another streak tonight as the struggling Brooklyn Nets return to the Fieldhouse. And there's 2 seconds left and, left 22 yards. Tom Allen, overtime mode engaged. Patton back out, 28-yarder to take a 3-point lead. Mel Tucker's special teams unit will most likely be shoveling snow tonight. IU's Charles Campbell can win it here with this shot that was blocked by 3 defenders. Tom Allen, double overtime mode engaged. Opening play, double overtime, Williams, A.J. Barner, 1st and goal. Next play, Shivers, touchdown. And the 2-point conversion is good, puts IU up 8. Michigan State need to get to the 3. Peyton Thorne goes for the TD, and Noah Pierre says no. Tom Allen get on the floor. IU wins 39-31. Their largest comeback victory since 2003. Brendan Sorsby, who was questionable before the game, goes diving headfirst into the end zone, giving Indiana an early 7-0 lead. Now the game's 10-0, but a defensive miscue before the snap leads to this Bryson Green breakout play, 54 yards to the house. There is nobody to stop him, and this is a 3-point game. On the previous drive, Sorsby overthrew Donovan McCulley twice, but here McCulley pulls it in for the touchdown, giving Indiana a 10-point lead. Allen says McCulley has NFL potential, and he showed it there.